Hello there. Dancing tango is both simple and complicated. It's a language, a body language, a dance language. Some people are good at learning languages, and others are just not. It happens. But there are so many languages. So what makes tango more difficult or less difficult than others? One important feature of tango is that there is no fundamental basic step that needs to be kept continuously during the dance. Unlike, for example, salsa or bachata, that there is this basic beat that you need to keep on all the time, and everything else happens on top of that beat. In tango, you don't have to do that. However, the connection with the partner has to be kept continuously at every moment. And this opens up the possibility that you can stay still without moving, but if you're having the connection still active, then you are still dancing. Analogously, if you know all the moves and you know all the figures, but there's no real connection, this is not dancing. It may look good, but a good person will know it looks kind of empty. There's this I don't know what that is missing. Hmm? And in this process of mingling with the music, we somehow we get hooked to it. It's like an addiction. There are many tango addicts, there are salsa addicts, bachata addicts, souk addicts, kizomba, whatever. But something happens in this process that just keeps us coming back to it. So what is it? I have no idea. But this connection process variable thing is fundamental to all the dances. So is like the common denominator about all these dances, this connection thing. And also the music. You're dancing to some music. There's a musical stimuli that is suggesting that you do something, but at the same time, you get to share this experience of being moved by the music with someone else, live, right here, right now, moment to moment. Total attention is needed to really get all the juice out of it. And everybody wants to be a better dancer, only to be able to squeeze more juice out of the whole process. Huh? So, what is the number one enemy of musicality? If I knew, maybe I wouldn't do it. You think? What the hell is musicality, anyways? What is that supposed to mean? And why is my dancing not musical if I am dancing with the music? Yeah? Something happens. Most often, most often, when you learn tango, particularly here in Europe and especially in Denmark, when you go to a tango class, you are required to sign up with a partner, and you will learn with your partner. Rarely people get their hands on the teacher and be able to lead or either be led by the teacher. It will happen a little bit every now and then. Most of the time, the teacher will be in the center showing things and explaining to you things, and you will be here, everybody standing, looking at the teacher, saying, and then they play some music, and you try out whatever they explain, you try out with your own partner. But in a way, this is like two blind people leading each other, you know? If you put two blind people together, they may pretend that they are doing something, but really none of them know what they're doing. It's only in the interaction with the teacher that you really get some consistent knowledge about what the hell this is supposed to feel like. And when you don't have this knowledge or this clarity in the language, you go out dancing to milongas, and you try to do what you can do, but with your partner it works, but with the next person it doesn't work. And then you have to compensate a little bit, try to fix it in the moment. And then you go to the next person and it doesn't work, and you have to fix that again in the moment. And then you develop tendencies, because some things work with everyone, but some others only work with this one and this one. So you develop these sort of patterns of going in the same places that you know are safe, and you end up in a little circle, in a little loop of steps that you repeat over and over again. This happens to compensate either lack of creativity or lack of balance, or just lack of knowledge of the dance, not knowing what else to do. But these tendencies become sequences, and then sequences become patterns. And a moment comes and you see that you're always doing the same, you know? And you're like, damn, nah. I mean, I just keep doing the same thing again and again if you're leading. If you're a follower, you get used to getting out of places automatically. And this kills the possibilities of moving in other directions that you don't usually take, because you automatically go in the direction that you usually take, because usually the guy is just going away quickly. And you have to just sort of jump into the next step. And you get used to doing it because the tendency is common, as most people compensate in the same way. There are sort of ways of compensation that are more common to others, and those are developed, especially in tango. But this thing goes on, and you pretend like you are enjoying the dance, but in reality, all you're trying to do is not fall down like 90% of the time. Or you are just bored as hell, thinking like, damn, this is the second song, and I still have to do 2.5 more songs. Happens. So these repetitive patterns are created, and then you do them again and again and again. There are some common cases, as I said, in tango, but in essence, whenever you get used to filling up space and music time with automatic sequences, you cut whatever essence the music had that you could use and interpret to flavor your dance. This is more dangerous for leaders than for followers, but everybody gets in the trap in some way or another. So, the number one enemy of musicality is automatic movement. Sequences that you repeat a little bit like a robot when you are thinking about the next thing that you're going to do. You know, there are some common cases. There are the bounces, the repetitive bounces, or some incomplete ochos without a pause to get out. If you are the type of person that you never stay still, just perfectly still in tango for at least 4 beats of music, then most likely you are just full of automated steps, things that you go on again and again and again. So, what to do? If you observe your own dance and see which movements are used to fill up space when I don't know what to do, or when you are thinking what to do next, or you are losing balance, every time that you find yourself thinking about the next sequence to do, most likely you will fill up the time between now and the moment you decide what to do with automatic motions. And every time you do that, you're killing the music. So, if you look for these moments, what am I doing? What am I going to do next? If you find these moments, and just instead of that, just stop, breathe, fix the embrace, breathe again, and take at least 4 beats of music, at least minimum 4 beats of music to stay on spot and recalibrate, and then start again. Naturally, your dance will be more connected with the music. So try this out if you're a milonguero, and thank you so much.